Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Gray. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Brings it to the open. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Moore to the air. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Finding open areas. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Handoff to the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. It's low. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection. The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The Ducks will try to convert on 4th down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And the Ducks are marching down the field. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Under fire. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Back to pass. Going over the top. He's got it along the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. some plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Moore. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Powers forward. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Quarterback keeps it, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. The QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Moore will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Pulls it in. It's Castle. They'll make the stop about a yard. Short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Punt is on its way. The ball pops out on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Tigers want to crank the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Black. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a free spot on the board. And he got just enough of that one. And now the lead is extended a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. The throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore to the air. On the run, still looking. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry. Old school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to burn this defensive back. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Looking for more room. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker. Always, that's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy, just take it right to the house.
Not sure if they allow cocktails in the booth, fellas, but you know they're flowing inside that stadium in Jacksonville today. Florida and Georgia, and here is the latest. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Offense in a bunch formation. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Black. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. That's caught. It's Moore. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Hughes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Makes the catch. It's Casper. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's low. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He wants to throw it. And they will score! Touchdown, Oregon!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again with that last catch. That's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds the tight end. There he goes! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as their start.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run with the ball. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the...
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Power football with the run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Moore will throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hughes. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the back. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Moore. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That's caught. It's Johnson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Moore to the air. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. A strike downfield. Got to keep that urgency up here, but already in position for the game-tying field goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Dances away to buy time. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the reads 3 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese